Let me get a number one with grilled onions,
Okay.
no tomatoes,
Okay.
and a Sprite.
A 7-Up, okay?
Yeah.
Would you be eating this in the car today?
Yes.
So I have a double, no tomato, grilled onion, and fry, and a medium 7-Up. That'll be $7.87. First one, please. Thank you, man. Have a good one.
You too. Oh, this week has been. This week has had a bad feel to it, man. Since all the way since what do you call it? All the way since Sunday. Since Sunday, man. Sunday really screwed me up, bro. Sunday really messed me up, bro. Ever since that game on Sunday, that game has effed up my whole week, bro. Since Sunday. Yesterday was a weird day because, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday was a weird day. Was it? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Because, actually, no, I think it was Monday. Today's what, Wednesday, right? I believe today's Wednesday. I could be wrong. I think today's Wednesday. Anyways, I don't know what day it is. But I believe Monday was the day. Yes, it was Monday. Monday was the day that Mike Smith got fired. And it honestly brightened my day. And then after that wore off, I just been in a slump ever since. I mean, yesterday was such a bad day for me, man. I went to the store to go buy some pants for work. I thought I had the pants that I wanted, and I guess I ended up buying the wrong ones that I didn't want, because I had two different pants, and I was like, okay, I want these, I don't want these. And I guess I put the wrong ones down, and I paid for them, and then I get ready for work, and I'm like, these aren't the pants that I thought I had. I thought I had some batteries for some more stuff for my job. Ready to go to work tomorrow, can't find my batteries. I'm like, what the hell? Then I get a call from baby mama. The car broke down. Like, it's been a bad week for me, man. Yesterday was a bad day. I want to I don't want to feed into it today. Hopefully today's a better day. But yeah, man, I figured I'd come on here and talk to you guys. Mike Smith, man, being fired. Oh shit, and I gotta get gas. I gotta get some gas, man, before I go to work. Son of a bitch. Pretty get some right now. Knowing me, I'll go to work and then come out of work and then. But yeah. Hold on, peoples.
Hi, how are
Hello,
you?
good.
You get a double grilled onion, no tomato, frying 7-Up?
Yes.
$7.87, please. Thank you. Card and receipt? Thank you.
Thank you. CDL, I already told you, Winston's deep ball is fine to Deshaun Jackson. Winston's deep ball wasn't the problem in that game. All his chemistry period was the problem.
Hi, you have a
Hello.
7-Up?
Yes.
Would you like me to catch up today?
No, that's fine. Thank you. And it's comments like that that make me think that one or the other. You're either not a Bucks fan or you really don't watch the Bucks like that. Because anyone that knows Jameis knows that whole game that wasn't even Jameis. Like Jameis don't play like that. Like you can tell Jameis was playing very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not nervous. Nervous is not the word I'm looking for. There ain't no shade. Let me just park right here. Jameis was playing like he wasn't playing loose. I think I said this after the game. No, I think I said that after the game, like during the crow, that he wasn't playing loose. That it wasn't until after that hit by, I don't know who it was, Poole, I think it was. It wasn't until after that hit where Jameis started playing loose. So it's not like Jameis had a deep ball accuracy problem in that game. He had a complete chemistry problem in that game, which let him get back to, like I said, practicing with them and stuff. It'll get better. We already seen that it worked out in preseason. Oh, that's a lot of salt. Oh, I love me some. If you ain't never had In-N-Out, man, I'm telling you. If you ain't never had In-N-Out in your life, bro, you got to. You got it. In-N-Out, you have to have on your bucket list, bro. You have to. In-N-Out's the only burger I can eat and feel healthy after eating. What up, RCE fam? So why a lot of Buck fans want Winston out? I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I mean, the easiest question has to be racism, man. They don't want a black quarterback. That has to be the easiest thing, man. Because he has 67 turnovers since 15, second most in the league, a machine. You do know there's a lot of quarterbacks that have a lot of interceptions in their first year. I just seen a thing. Peyton Manning. Who was it? Peyton Manning. I forgot what the other one was. Dan Marino had like 60-something interceptions. I don't know. There was a list of like all these Hall of Fame quarterbacks that has like 20 or more interceptions than Winston does in their first 3 years. So I don't know why people keep talking about turnovers. You don't want turnovers, but it's not what Jameis does is not nothing like out of the ordinary. Like people act like that's crazy. Like Jameis is doing something that bro, there's plenty of Hall of Famers that have that many. It was Peyton, Brett Favre, someone else, and Dan Marino, and then like somebody else. I can't remember who the other people were. But Jameis is not doing nothing crazy. That's why I don't know. Thank you. You're welcome. Mr. CDL, you are welcome. RCE fam, haha, enough said. He hasn't did much as Mariota has. Mariota, what are you talking about? By the way, Quan is a liability out there. They cannot afford to extend his clown. By the way, make no plays and act like he's all world when he actually make a tackle. CDL, get the fuck out of here, man. This is year 4. Winston ceiling is reached. He will throw for yards, but will turn the ball over a lot. You know what they get you under 500 record, mediocre. That's what you believe, man. I can't change your mind. Like I said, you don't watch the games, obviously. So I can't change your mind about it, bro. But I do hope to change your mind about is if you've never had In-N-Out, please go get In-N-Out. And shout out to Five Guys. I've been eating not a lot, but I've had Five Guys a few more times lately. Five Guys is good too. Don't get me wrong. Five Guys is good, but Five Guys, the first time I tasted Five Guys, I hated it. but it might have been a little bit of biasness. But then again, I really don't think so. I think the first time I had it, it just wasn't good. And I remember the first time I had Five Guys, they were talking about, oh, it's better than In-N-Out. Oh, yeah. And not better than In-N-Out. But I've had Five Guys again a few times, and it is really good though. Damn, we always have like big ass things of lettuce. So, are you saying that all it takes is a quarterback to get you to the playoffs? Does that even sound like smart football to you? Like, how do you not read your comment saying Mariota's done more for done more than Winston because he took his team to the playoffs? How do you not read your comment and say to yourself, okay, that sounds stupid? Like, I don't know if you're trying to get me to break stats or anything like that, but I'm not going to. It's a dumb comment. Winston is not the answer, is all I know. Well, you might want to go to a different team because Winston ain't going nowhere. Did you say what Fitz was doing? It was easy. Why? Fitzpatrick can't do it either. Why? Okay, so why are we not acting like Fitzpatrick just had 2 bad games? Even the Panther fans, even a Panther fan, Team Money, and you know Panther fans don't know football. Even a Panther fan, Team Money, in the Steelers game said, oh, well, we see what it is. All you got to do is protect the deep ball with Fitzpatrick. And Fitzpatrick was done. That's all it was. They protect the deep ball against Fitzpatrick, and game was over for Fitzpatrick. And that was the difference. The difference was against Fitzpatrick, those first 2 games, the Eagles and who was the first game we played? Damn, I can't even remember the first team we played. The Saints. The Eagles and the Saints, they weren't protecting. I mean, it's not like they were letting the deep ball go, but they were playing one safety high, letting us and testing us to throw it down the field. After they said, okay, they can do that, they stopped doing that shit. They stopped doing that. They stopped letting Fitzpatrick. They put 2 safeties over the top. It's a wrap. Now that's the formula against this offense. Now they're forcing the offense to have to drive down the field instead of one throw over the top and it's a touchdown. Fitzpatrick can't run that offense like that. He has to be able to throw over the top. You take the top away, it's a done deal for Fitzpatrick. That's why Dirk Cutter had to move from Fitzpatrick to Jameis Winston. And it's you know, the part that pisses me off the most is that, like, y'all fans really needed to see that. Like, just knowing football, you should have known that. But y'all fans really needed to see Fitzpatrick's, like, struggle like that for you guys to. And then the even sadder part is there's people like you guys that still don't even realize. Like, how do you not watch the football games? Like, you're still climbing for Fitzpatrick. Did you not see his last 2 games? Like, it's over, bro. Give it up. It's over. But anybody behind our Fitzpatrick didn't have no bad game. So you're telling me, hold on, see, this is the idiocracy right here. You're telling me that Wentz had a bad game, but Fitzpatrick never had a bad game? How does that make sense? Winston almost threw for 400. Winston was like, what, 5 yards from 400? 400 yards? 4 touchdowns? What happened? Stop. You guys are retarded, bro. Anybody could do it. If Godwin don't fumble, drop 2 TDs, he wins that game. 5 TDs, Bears game is all on the sorry-ass defense. I agree. The Bears game is all on the defense as far as us losing the game. But Fitzpatrick didn't help us win the game either. Fitzpatrick wasn't doing crap as the offense. The offense wasn't doing shit with Fitzpatrick, bro. The Bears game, put it like this. The Bears game is the same game as Atlanta. The only difference is Jameis was moving the ball. That's the only difference. Fitzpatrick couldn't move the ball. That's the only difference. Just like you said, the Bears game, that was all defense. We lost that game because of defense. We lost the Atlanta game because of defense too. The only difference is Jameis still put points on the board. Fitzpatrick couldn't put points on the board against the Bears. And didn't Jameis score a touchdown in that Bears game? The only touchdown? Y'all gotta stop the hate. Yeah, Winston should have had more interceptions in that game. Winston should have had, bro. They threw Winston out there. Winston hasn't had no reps with the team. Winston should have been worse, man. I've been so bad with my workout. I haven't worked out since last week. You see me eating burgers, like, I've been bad, man. I've been bad. You say you go after a quarterback in the draft this year, well, you're going to be heartbroken. Not only, and listen to this, RTP said it, so you know it's true. So you know it's going to happen. I'm not saying Winston is going to stay because I'm being biased and I want Winston to stay. I'm not saying Winston's going to stay because I think that the team is not going to let him go, and I just don't want to be wrong, so I'm just acting like I like Winston because I think the team's not going to let him go. I'm saying Winston's going to stay because I think Winston is the answer, and I know the Bucs franchise think that he's the answer as well. Therefore, I know he's not going nowhere. RTP always lets you guys know ahead of time. And I got proof. Mike Smith, I was patient with Mike Smith. As soon as I was done with Mike Smith, they let him go. Dirk Cutter, this offseason, I thought they were going to let him go. I was on here saying I really don't want to let him go. I really don't. I want to stay with Dirk Cutter another year. I don't want to let him go, but I really thought that the Bucs might cut him. I thought there was a real strong possibility that the Bucs would let go of Dirk Cutter last offseason. So I don't just have my opinions based on, and this is the thing that I'm afraid that people that watch my videos think. RTP just has the opinion of whatever he thinks his team's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I don't think we're gonna fire this coach, so because of that, you know, I'm gonna say that I like him. Like, that's not what RTP does. Coach Schiano, his second year, I was calling for his head. All season I was calling for his head. Oh, I could not stand Coach Schiano. I wanted him gone. I don't even remember. Did they fire him in the middle of the season, or did they? I'm pretty sure it was the end of the season they fired him, huh? Coach Schiano? I don't even remember, bro. It's like, you know, them kids that get touched, like when they're little, they get touched by the priest and shit, and then they like mentally block it out so they don't remember shit like that. Shout out to D1. That's like what happened with me in the Schiano era. I subconsciously blocked it out. I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure Schiano survived the whole year, and then we booted him in the offseason. But yeah, so that's not what I do, you know what I'm saying? I tell you both what I feel about it, and I'll tell you what I think the team's gonna do. And Winston's that nigga, and I believe the franchise knows he's that nigga. So y'all better get used to him. He is a poor, fatter version of Tory Cox. What are you talking about? What do you think of Duffner? I'm excited. I don't know. I really don't know what to think about him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to expect. I'm excited that there's something new. It's more hopes than anything. I mean, like I said last time, we can't be any worse, bro. We can't be worse than what we're doing now. I'll tell you this, I've seen a few Buck vid makers who are acting like, oh, I can't wait to see what this difference looks like, and the new scheme, and this and this. There ain't no new scheme. I don't know what people are acting like we have a whole new defense now. Like we got the same defense. It's the same scheme. You don't switch scheme up in the middle of the season. It's the same scheme, the same plays. The only difference now is when Duffner calls the plays that he's gonna call. When Duffner, when Duffner is gonna anyway, sorry. When Duffner is gonna call the plays, when he's gonna be aggressive, when he's gonna be conservative, when is he gonna decide to blitz? There's the only difference is when Duffner is gonna call the same plays that Mike Smith calls. He's gonna probably call them at different times, hopefully better times. Game plan is hopefully better, and coaching up the players and how to run the defense basically is the only thing that can change. We ain't gonna have any different scheme or anything like that. Like for instance, what could be different, I'm not saying it is how far back these corners line up. It might change. We might not be lining up 10 yards off the player now, but it might not. And just because if we are still lining up like far from the wide receivers, like away from the line of scrimmage, doesn't mean that they're playing it. Doesn't mean that they're playing it the same. Duffner could be telling them how to react differently. You know what I'm saying? Like how to react to certain things differently, or to look at certain things differently than what Mike Smith was telling them to do. How to react in that scheme. I do want to say this though, that I've been wanting to say and I forgot. One of our old linebackers, Danny Lansana, tweeted, and he said, And he said I wasn't right for his system. I didn't fit his system. He said I didn't fit his system. LOL. Laughing emoji. Danny Lancena tweeted that. Which tells me, if he's tweeting that, that tells me they believe that that system sucks. That's what that means. That's what that means. Players think that that system sucks. The players don't like that system. The players don't like that system. Either they don't like the system, or they think the way Mike Smith is running it is retarded. What Mike Smith is asking them to do is retarded. That's what that tweet means. It means either players don't like the system, they think the system doesn't work, or they think the way that Mike Smith is running that system is not smart. So that's something else that gave me a little bit of hope. Like, okay, let's see. Like, I'm a little excited now. Where were you? Nah, fired his ass after the season. Nah, they fired his ass after the season. Yeah, I thought so. Sean J says, are you jealous of Bucko's locker? Why all the hate? You're late, bro. Sean J, you're super late, bro. That was like, I don't know how many videos ago. And I didn't say nothing about no locker, Bucko's locker. Bucko's locker came out and made a video about me. CDL says, you can say anything about Schiano, but he is the only coach that knows how to utilize David. Bruh. Was that still his best season with Schiano? I mean, you got to understand this, though. Levante David had those numbers that he had because there was nobody else on that defense, bro. You got nobody on the line. So, you know, Levante was picking up so many tackles. And then there was no Quan Alexander either. So the tackles were, it was all Levante David. RCE fam, Buckaholic Locker told you to go on his page, LOL. I think he's a cancer. He spreads hate. Buckaholic Locker told you, are you trying to say Bucko's Locker told you to go on his page? LOL, I think he's a cancer. He spreads hate. I don't know if you're talking about Facebook page or what, but he told me about, you can come on my channel. He said, he made a video saying, you can come on my channel. We can do this on my channel. I made a video right back saying, bet, let's do it. And nigga ran. He ran. I already said it. I'll debate any Bucks fan that got an opinion that's different than mine. I'll straight debate you. It makes I have no problem smashing you, making you look stupid like you don't know what the hell you're talking about when it comes to my team. I have no problem. Everybody getting fired at the end of this year. Anyways, imagine we lose to the Browns this week. LOL. We lose to the Browns, we'll be what, 2-4? Tough, man. 2-4 is going to be tough. But I'm not sure. I'm not even 60% or 50%. In fact, I've been on record saying that we don't make the playoffs. We don't make the playoffs, Dirk Cutter, no matter what our record is. If we're 9-7 and we don't make the playoffs, Dirk Cutter's gone. I've been on record saying that. Now that Mike Smith is gone, there could be a chance that we don't make the playoffs and Dirk Cutter still stays as our coach. There definitely can be a chance. Just letting y'all know. Like I said, I keep you guys updated with the team. Now that Mike Smith is gone and Dirk Cutter let him go, there is a chance that we can miss the playoffs and Dirk Cutter stays as our head coach. And there was something else I was just going to tell you too that was just in my mind and just slipped away. Hold on. The other thing that I love for a few reasons. One, because it happened, and two, because once again, it makes a lot of Buck fans that been hating look stupid. Dirk Cutter fired Mike Smith, not Jason Licht. Dirk Cutter fired Mike Smith, not Jason Licht. For one, you had people like Buck Ozlocker talking about, and you had to fire your best friend. Da, da, da. I mean, maybe they are best friends, I don't know. But he made it seem like Dirk Cutter didn't want to do it. Emotionally, maybe he didn't want to do it, but it was his decision. He knew he had to do it because his team needs to be better. Dirk Cutter made the call. No one was pressing Dirk Cutter to fire Mike Smith. Jason Licht wasn't pressuring him. The Glazers weren't pressuring him to fire Mike Smith. Nobody was pressuring him to fire Mike Smith. He fired Mike Smith because he felt like Mike Smith wasn't getting the job done. And Dirk Cutter said it. So once again, a lot of you Buck fans talking that mess are wrong again about the team. Wrong again about the team. Mayfield gonna look like Montana against us. LMAO. We'll see. CDL 10. I remember the days where you would just want to watch the Bucks defense play on Sunday. LOL. Now I'm scared every time they take the field. It sucks. I hate having. If one side of the ball is gonna suck, I'd rather it be offense than defense. Honestly, I love defense. Anyways, CDL says I'm keeping you updates too since I live down here. There is zero chance Cutter keeps his job if he doesn't win 9-10 games, especially after 2-0 start. We'll see. I won't be able to tell you right now. Like I said, I already told you what it is. I'll be, like I said, once the season goes down, depending on how the season goes down, I'll let you know. There's no more money to spend now. This team is all we got for a while. Winston will be expensive, and so will Smith. I don't think Quan gets an extension. There's no way Quan doesn't get an extension. No way in hell Quan doesn't get an extension. I don't even know why you would think that that's a. What time is it? Why you would think that that's a thing that Quan wouldn't get an extension? You're crazy. He's not the worst cover linebacker in the league. He might be playing like it right now. He definitely might be playing like it right now. But he's not the worst cover linebacker in the league. Right now, the whole team is playing like that. See, that's what I hate. Like, you talk about, Mike Smith's defense has not been good, and now that Mike Smith is gone, now you want to start picking on the players. You know what I honestly think it is? I'm gonna tell you what I really think it is, bro. I really think that you guys are rival fans. That's what I truly believe this. I think that you guys are really rival fans, and you try to come on here to convince me that something that's good is actually bad because you feel like if I agree with it, if I agree and say, nah, we're probably not going to give Quan this, or we're probably not going to, or Jameis is probably not the franchise. If I agree with these things, that it's going to come to fruition because everything I say happens. So that's what I think. I truly believe that some of y'all are really rival fans that know that a lot of things that I say, I would say about 95% of things that I say when it comes to my team, not talking about schedules, Not talking about wins or losses. I'm talking about roster moves and stuff like that about my team happens. So I think rival fans come on here trying to convince me something is bad because they know, like, well, if RTP agrees with me and says it's bad, then it's probably, and says that, oh yeah, they're not gonna sign him, then it's probably true and they're not gonna sign him. And that's what they want. They don't want Quan Alexander signed. They don't want Jameis Winston signed. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny how the two people that we're talking about is Quan and Jameis, and those are the guys that kill the Falcons? Isn't that funny? Doesn't that just happen to be funny? Like, the two niggas that just be killing the Falcons, Quan Alexander and Jameis Winston. Those niggas be killing the Falcons, bro. No matter what the score is, when you look at the stat sheet, Quan and Jameis are always like, yo, they always have good games against the Falcons. Isn't that just a little funny? It just seems like anybody that plays good against the Falcons, you get one bad game and they want them gone. One bad game and they want them gone. I really think that's what it is. He's been playing like this for 2 years, but yet he made it to the Pro Bowl last year. How stupid do you sound? How stupid do you sound, Mr. CDL? He's been playing like this. He sucks, and he's been playing like this for 2 years, but he went to the Pro Bowl. Like, what are you talking about? I mean, I'm just saying, you can't... Look, I'm not saying, like, Pro Bowl means that you're the best player or anything like that, but you can't suck and go to the Pro Bowl. You know, not only can you not suck and go to the Pro Bowl, you can't even be good and be a Bucks player and a Bucks linebacker and go to the Pro Bowl. Like, or a Bucks player. Let's just say that. You can't be good and be a Bucks player and make it to the Pro Bowl. You can't. You can't. You can't be on a under 500 team, be good, and make it to the Pro Bowl. That doesn't happen. You have to be really good to make it to the Pro Bowl. You have to be really good and be on the under 500 team to make it to the Pro Bowl. So you sound stupid when you say he's been sucking for 2 years. That don't even make sense. Like I said, this year Quan has not been doing good. I agree with you. Quan has not been doing good. Is it Quan or is it the defense? Hold on, I can switch it up now. I can let you talk to me a little bit more. Is it Quan or is it the defense? Excuse me. As the sixth alternative, what the fuck is you? So you're saying 6 people turned it? You're retarded. You're retarded, bro. McCoy is another issue. He's a quitter, always getting hurt. What the fuck is that? McCoy always did get hurt. I can't disagree with that. Always spit facts. AR-10 always spit facts. I don't know about quitter. I don't know being a quitter. You don't get the production you get if you're a quitter. Like, I don't know about being a quitter, but once again, if you destroy the Falcons, they're gonna come after you. They're going to come after you. McCoy needs to be traded. Why do you guys even like this team? I don't get it. Oh man, fucking stuffed. I want to drive back to the hotel, but I'm lazy and this cold air coming through the vent feels good. Where were we? Sorry. You think McCoy is a real difference? What kind of question is that? That's like saying, do you think Jared Grady is a real difference? Do you think Grady is a big difference? Do you think Jared Grady is a big difference? What has he ever done here? I'm not even going to answer that. I want you to answer the question. Do you think Grady Jarrett is a big difference? Answer that for me. How can you destroy the Falcons when they have beat you 4 straight times? I didn't say they beat the Falcons. I'm just saying they destroy, and they're part of what they do in the game plan. They do their job. CDL, let me get 6 straight Pro Bowls. No, I'm not talking about nothing about Pro Bowls. I don't need to say nothing about, when it comes to McCoy, I don't need to say anything about McCoy. You just sound dumb. I don't need to say anything when it comes to McCoy. Quan, I have to talk about Quan because Quan is quiet. Nobody talks about Quan. Nobody says anything about Quan. Quan puts up video game numbers, but no one says nothing about Quan, so I have to put that out there. Gerald McCoy, I don't have to say nothing. I don't have to say nothing about Gerald McCoy. It's Gerald McCoy. How come Patriots have average players and play with Brady, they're elite? Well, it's easy to play with average players when you cheat. That's simple. I hate when people bring up the Patriots because they cheat. Like, what do you mean? Like, that's like saying how does a guy with one leg beat you in a race and he beat me because he was on a moped? Like, what you mean? He was on a fucking moped. He cheated. He's supposed to be running. Like, I hate when people talk about the Patriots. This is stupid. Patriots cheat. You can't say nothing. Players go to Patriots and become elite. What is it? They cheat. I just told you. How do you not watch football? Like, this is like, I've had this discussion with D1 all the time. Like, sometimes you talk to people and it's just like, dude, do you not watch the NFL? Like, how do you not know the answers to these questions is my problem with you. Like, how do you not know the answers to these questions? This is like NFL football 101. Like, how do you not know? I shouldn't even have to be explaining these things to you. You should know these answers. RTP, this team has a loser mentality. Get rid of Gerald, Quan, trade Bray, draft a stud. Again. Anyways, okay. Get rid of Gerald, Quan, trade Bray, draft a stud, linebacker, and monitor Winston. I really believe he is done here. You could believe what? You could believe all you want to believe, but I mean, when you start becoming right about something, I'll start listening to your opinion. Thank you. These players don't want to be in Tampa. RCE, that's probably the most realest thing you've ever said. Or not honest, but because you probably said it trying to be funny, but it's probably the only thing that you've said that was right. These players don't want to be in Tampa. I could 100% agree with that, which is why I hate that I picked Tampa as my team. Because a lot of players that come here don't want to play for Tampa. The city fucking sucks. The people are stupid. People in Florida altogether are retarded. And the city of Tampa is just full of racists and idiots that don't know anything about football. And I hate that the Tampa fan base is able to be so close to the players. And I hate it because you guys, for example, if you guys happen to really be Tampa fans, you guys are the example. Like, and that's the sad part is I can't even sit here and act like, okay, I know for sure you're not real fans. You don't act like fans. But the sad part is there's a lot of Tampa fans that really do act like you. That's the sad part. And it's like, I hate that my team has to deal with fans like you guys. It's terrible. How come thinking these players don't want to be in Tampa? Sergeant's laughing. Y'all funny. Mr. CDL says, what the fuck you mean when I become to start being right? I was right about Smith. You're wrong about VH3. Who, Smith? Mike Smith? Oh, God. I hope you're talking about Mike Smith. You're wrong about Winston. You're wrong about the D-line. You keep denying my facts. You're wrong about Vernon Hargreaves III. Mike Smith, anybody could have said that about Mike Smith. I mean, that's like me saying, That's like me saying Dan Quinn. I've been right about Dan Quinn. Like he's not doing nothing for the defense. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like anybody could have been right about Smith. Vernon Hargreaves the third, you were wrong about. Winston, you're wrong about. The D line, you were wrong about. When you were talking about the D line being bad, we were like top 5 in pressures on the D line. It wasn't until the D line got hurt that we were actually not getting any pressure. So you were wrong about the D line. But you keep denying my facts. Yeah. So like I said, when you're right, let me know. RCE fam, it ain't the city of Tampa. When you went to Tampa, what vibe did you get? When I went to Tampa, it was the off season. When I went to Tampa, it was the off season. All you got to do is go on Twitter. Mr. Stick Carrier, Mr. What's his name? I forgot what his name is, but the leader of the Stick Carriers, one of the biggest bandwagon fans ever, bro. That dude switches on the team so fast. He, like, when the hype is there, he's the first one in front of everybody hyping it up and, oh, we are this and that, we are Stick Carriers and da-da-da-da. And as soon as something goes bad, he's there to blame everybody, tear everybody down. That's Tampa fans, bro. You guys are such a weak-ass fan base, bro. Like, weak-ass fan base. Mr. CDL 10, again, 98% of that vaunted D-line is out of football. You want real facts, last in defense and last in sacks. Yeah, they were all hurt. I already said that millions of times. This is why I always think that you're a Falcon fan, because you forget a lot, bro. You forget a lot. Like, I always have to say the same thing like 30 million times every time we have this discussion. It's 12 o'clock. Maybe I should get back into the room. Anything else? Let's see. We play against the Browns. Damn it, I gotta get some gas. Let's go get some gas. Let's go get some gas while we have this combo. Man, my car's breaking down too, little by little. Come on. There we go. Oh shit, you guys were commenting. Rep, come on, you never been to Raymond James. RTP, come on, you never been to Raymond James. I've been to One Buck Place. Oh shit. Whew. That was scary. I've been to One Buck Place and I've been to the practices. They had a football because they hurt. No, I said our D-line was in last year with sacks and all that because our D-line was hurt. I didn't say nothing about them being hurt. That's why they're out of football. RTP. Gambler, Winston jerseys are $5 at Ross here. I don't doubt it. I mean, you're probably bullshitting, but I wouldn't doubt it. They will be $250 when he is gone. So you truly believe Winston's gonna be gone, huh? It's another reason why I could never take anything you say serious, because you say stupid shit. Where was I going? Oh, to get gas. Woo, 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 woo. Slow down, bruh. RCE, I want you to come on here and clown us when Winston takes us to the Super Bowl. I won't be clowning y'all. I don't, I definitely won't be giving you guys any credit. Am I ready for Bron? I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm excited. I can't lie, Gambler. I am excited, man. I am excited. Just cause, like I said, it's not about like, oh, we have a chance to win the championship. And like I already seen people talking about this Laker team could take the Golden State Warriors in 7 and stuff. I'm like, yo, pump your brakes, bro. Like, pump your brakes, bro. Stop that. Like, I ain't on that level at all. But I am definitely excited, man. Like, for the Lakers to be relevant again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm definitely excited. Oh, I should have gone right there. I am excited for the Lakers to be relevant again. You know, so I am excited about that. Yeah, definitely excited about that. Like it just feels good, you know. It just feels good. Like I said from the beginning, that's the main reason why I'm happy that we got LeBron is because of that. Like Lakers are relevant again. It's been a minute since we've been relevant, you know. I mean, not like a lot of other teams, but still. LeBron will elevate Lonzo's game. We will see about that. Funny how he doesn't read my shit. I read your shit. The 250 next offseason, he's going to be gone. And then I said, that's why do you really think he's going to be gone? That's why I don't, what did I say? That's why, I don't know, something because you say stupid shit, something like that. I don't know. I read your stuff, bro. Don't act like you're not that special, bro. You're not that special that I'm not going to read it. Come on now. Come on, light. There we go. Let's get back on this freeway. Hopefully I don't run out of gas right now. Preseason looked good. Yeah, but you know, it is what it is, man. Like I will say this though. I do think they're a lot better than I thought. I do think they're a lot better. Like I was thinking playoffs, you know, get to the playoffs and then, you know, win a few games, but probably won't go through the first round, won't win the first round. I think we're actually better. I think we can actually make a little noise in the playoffs. Maybe win the first round. You know what I'm saying? I will say that I do think we are better than I originally thought. I thought, you know, yeah, we got LeBron James, we'll be in the playoffs, but we ain't gonna make no noise. Like we gotta wait till next year to make some noise. But low key, I think we actually could make some noise. Like we could make a little bit of noise this year. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Like I said, the whole thing for me is like I don't even feel worried about that because I've said this for years, and now that he's a Laker, I'm not changing my mind about it. I honestly feel like the NBA really like caters to LeBron. Like he really, the NBA really lays out the red carpet for LeBron. They want LeBron to be in the playoffs. They want, you know what I'm saying? So they make it so he wins. They make it so his team is good. Like all of us, like I've said this many times since he's been with the Heat. The first time I seen it was the Heat versus the New York Knicks. That was the first time I seen it where the refs were basically letting the Miami Heat rob the hell out of the New York Knicks defensively. Just like punking them and pushing them and hitting their hands and stealing. Like, yo, these are fouls. Like, they are not calling any kind of fouls. And they did that so they can say the reason why Miami Heat's so good is because of their defense. It's like, yeah, anybody's defense can be that good if you allow them to hit and allow them to do the things that these refs are allowing the Miami Heat to do. Like, bro, anybody can have a championship defense in NBA if you allow them to do shit like that. Like, yo, like a lot of these should have been. I remember that game against the Knicks, bro. Like, I was like, yo, that's crazy. They robbed the hell out of the Knicks, bro. They robbed the hell out of the Knicks. But like I said, since that, I've noticed that. Like, yo, they cater to LeBron, bro. Like, they let LeBron do whatever he wants to do so he can have a good defense, so they can fall on that and say, like, oh, he's good this year. That he made the team better. He made the team have real good defense. Like, bro, that's BS. But now he's a this bitch took the parking spot I was trying to get. Now that he's a Laker, it is what it is. We'll see if they continue to give him that. And this bitch was trying to come around, whatever. Anyways, but yeah. Golden State Warriors will break up after this season if LeBron is in the playoffs. Good TV ratings. Facts. Not only LeBron in the playoffs, but the Lakers. LeBron and the Lakers in the playoffs. That's great TV rating. And if Golden State Warriors do break up after this season, whoo, the Lakers gonna be like, come on over here, come on over here. Oh man, people gonna. Not only do people hate LeBron, but everybody hates the Lakers. So LeBron with the Lakers and with people from the Golden State Warriors that come over to LeBron, it will probably be the most hated team ever. It will probably be the most hated team ever in sports history. Which that turns into TV ratings, which turns into favoritism as far as the refs making sure that team survives to continue to get the TV ratings. I mean, and you see how I'm talking right now? I'm not talking strategy. I'm not talking... This is why basketball, in my opinion, has died. Because now when we talk about championships, when we talk about, you know what I'm saying? This is the things we talk about. It's not, oh, this guy, but see, we got a good guy. He could shoot the three. If so-and-so can hit his threes, then we could probably be a playoff team. And if we can get the chemistry right, then when it comes to NBA, bro, you don't talk about stuff like that, bro. Like, not like football. Like, oh, if we could get the deep pass, if we could run the ball, if our defense could be top 5, then how we talk in football, we don't talk like that with basketball. That, in my opinion, is the reason why basketball is dead. I still watch it. A lot of people still going to watch it. It's very entertaining. But you don't get diehards like you do with football because of that. Because it's all said and done already. You already know. It's more like everyone's trying to look at, instead of everyone looking at the teams, everyone's looking at the scenarios. Everyone looks at the scenarios to see what team's going to be good. It's bad. It's terrible. The storylines and shit. I'll be right back. Let me get this gas real quick. Y'all see Bad Dog and Cop Pizzle about to go at it. Hopefully, they don't bitch up. Brown playoffs. Last 13 games, they both played 6.5 quarters. Fitz 2,101 yards, 14 TDs, 6 interceptions, 10 sacks, 1 fumble, 4 wins. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I seen that stat. That should tell you Winston is not the answer. Fitz has the same stats, less turnovers and more wins, and he is an average quarterback. Your love for Winston is fucking absurd. That doesn't tell you anything. You know what that tells you? Fitzpatrick had to have 3. Was it 3? Fitzpatrick had to have 3 historic games. Think about that. Fitzpatrick had to have 3 historic games to keep up with Winston. And Winston had to have 1 game where he hasn't played football in a month to have more interceptions than Fitzpatrick. Think about that. I'm glad you brought that stat up. Thank you. That's crazy when you look at it like that. That's crazy, isn't it? Fitzpatrick had to have 3 historic games. 3 historic games. 3 historic games that no one in the history of the NFL has ever done. And still has less yards than Winston, the same amount of touchdowns as Winston, and 3 more interceptions. And Winston had to play a game where he comes in and hasn't even played with the team in a month. What does that tell you, bro? You damn right. That does tell you that that's our damn quarterback. Fitzpatrick has had to do all that just to keep up with Winston. That's crazy, bro. That's why, and I'm so glad you brought that up, because I seen that on Twitter, and I was like, yo, man. And I started typing, and I was like, man, I started to delete. I was like, I'm not about to get into it with it. But see, I could talk about it. Like, it's easy to say, just talk. But I was typing, and I was like, dude, I'm about to be typing for like an hour, because, so he's going to say something, then I'm going to say something back, and I just got to keep making him look stupid. But I'm so glad you brought that up. Thank you. Now what do you have to say about that? What do you have to see how you tried to spin it, and then I gave you the reality? Like, what do you got to say about that? What about the sacks and the fumbles? What about the sacks and the fumbles? Like, what about them? Winston has by ref, which part 2, his delivery is trash. His delivery is not trash. What are you talking about? What the you mean 3 historic? Winston just threw for 400 yards and 4 TDs. That's what Winston does. That's what Winston does. And you're just making my point. You go, what do you mean historic? Winston just threw for 404 TDs. That's what Winston does regularly. But yet, Fitzpatrick did it 3 games in a row, and people went bananas. And they have the right to, because, again, what Fitzpatrick was doing has never been done in the history of the NFL. No one has had those 3 games like that. So what Fitzpatrick did, people were going crazy, and they had the right to, like I said. No one in the history of the NFL has done anything like that. But you put those 3 historic games, and he still has less yards than Winston. And Winston didn't have to have 3 historic games like that. Winston just had regular games. Just regular, what Winston does all the time. Just the same games Winston does all the time. Fitzpatrick had to have his 3 best games he's ever had in his career. The 3 best games ever played in NFL history to keep up with Winston. What does that tell you, bro? Like, what does that tell you? Like, You lucky my skull gang ain't in here because they'd be laughing at you so bad. You lucky, bruh. They'd be like, get him, RTP. Right now, they'd be like, get him. Get this. Please let me get this before this spills out. So this is the worst thing that could ever spill in leather or fake leather, whatever I have. I don't know what I have. Shit. Hold on, guys. Oh, I got some. I want to see your reaction to what I just told you. What do you have to say about that? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. What do you have to say about that rebuttal I just gave you? Because you thought you had it. You thought you had it with that one, huh? You thought you had it with that one. Jameis Fitzpatrick over here having his best life, and Jameis is just playing regular. It's always hot in here. 2 and 3 turnover a game, which gets you beat most of the time. You want to tell us his overall record since he has been our quarterback. Why do you always go to records? Like teams win games, not a quarterback, bro. Teams win games. There's only really three quarterbacks that you can say. There's only really 3 quarterbacks that you can say that wins games by themselves. Aaron Rodgers is probably the number 1 quarterback that you can say wins games by himself. Drew Brees is number 2, and Tom Brady's number 3. Tom Brady don't win games without a good defense, or an average defense, I should say. Tom Brady doesn't win games. If Tom Brady's defense is trash, they're losing. Tom Brady's defense is trash, they're losing. There's only 3 quarterbacks that can win games without a decent defense, without the team helping out. The number 1 quarterback that can win games without the team helping out is Aaron Rodgers. That's the number 1 quarterback. The number 2 quarterback, Drew Brees, and the number 3 quarterback has to be Tom Brady. And he gets his help because he has good coaching and they cheat. So, boom. So besides that, stop acting like wins and losses is just on the quarterback. Because it's not. It's not. No quarterback wins without help from the team. And Jameis has not had any help from the team. So let me ask you, what's the difference if that's the case? Why did Jameis have a 9-7 season? Why did Jameis have a 9-7 season? And Jameis stats have been better since Jameis had a 9-7 seasons. All of Jameis's stats have been better. So why is it, if Jameis's stats have been better, how come our win-loss percentage hasn't been better? See, these are just simple things, bro. Like, I just stump you with like the simplest things, bro. This is why you gotta really watch football, bro. If you're gonna try to like debate with me, especially about my team, like maybe against like an AFC team where I don't know too much about the team, maybe you can get me, but not about the Bucks, bro. You gotta know everything if you want to try to stump me about the Bucks. If I say something about my team, it's because I can. It's because I went and I studied the film and I went and I watched tape and I know I can say this. I've already, whatever it is that you look at that make you say, like, oh, we suck because of this, I already looked into it. I already looked into it to see if that's why we sucked. If there's something that someone can say that, oh, the Tampa sucks because of this, or this is a problem, RTP already looked at it. If RTP doesn't say it's a problem, it's because I already looked at it and figured, okay, that's not the problem. And I have this that tells me why it's not the problem. Or I have this that tells me why it is the problem. I already looked at it. It's not coincidence that I'm always right about what my team is going to do next. It's not coincidence, bro. You guys got to understand. It's not coincidence when RTP says Chris Godwin on the outside, Deshaun Jackson in the inside. It's not coincidence. And then the next year they do it, and RTP was saying it in the middle of last year. It's not coincidence that all of a sudden this year they're doing that. It's not coincidence that we talk about Deshaun Jackson punt returning, kick returning, and they start putting them in there. It's not coincidence that RTP talks about Sean Wilson and RTP says, watch out for Sean Wilson, and Sean Wilson has more playing time than Rojo does. It's not coincidence, bro. Like, I watch my team. I break shit down. I know what I'm talking about. I watch the games. I watch what's working, what's not working. Why is it working? Why is it not working? It's not coincidence. It's not coincidence that I told everybody last year in fantasy that Mike Evans was going to have a bad year for fantasy. And he does. And he barely goes over 1,000 yards. It's not coincidence. It's not coincidence that I pick up Chris Godwin and Deshaun Jackson this year, and they both balling out in fantasy. It's not coincidence. It's not coincidence that I told him that O.J. Howard is probably not going to be starting until the end of the year, his rookie year, when we had him his rookie year, and I say he's probably not going to be starting until the end of the year, and it happens. It's not coincidence. It's not coincidence that I say O.J. Howard's probably going to take over this year, and what has been happening. I watch my team, bro. Like, I break shit down. I don't get surprised by nothing, bro. I might get surprised by the outcome because of the different matchups, and I don't know the other team that we're playing against as much as I should. It's not coincidence that I've been breaking down every game. Every game, I broke down every game. I broke down the Saints game. The Saints game is probably the only game that I really wasn't the closest because I didn't know the team yet. I didn't know, I seen preseason. I don't know regular season. Philadelphia Eagles game, score was exactly what I said. Steelers game, score, well, it should have been exactly what I said. If the defense didn't look like crap the first, actually it wasn't even the defense. It was the offense. I wasn't expecting Fitzpatrick to do so bad in the first half, but that score should have been what I said. If it wasn't for Fitzpatrick giving the Steelers offense great field position and giving a pick six and all that bullshit. What was the game after that that was exactly what I said? The Bears game was just terrible. And the Falcons game, the game we just played. Exactly what I said. And not only did I break that game down point-wise and everything, I told y'all if the secondary is back to normal, we're blowing them out. If the secondary is not back to normal, we still looking bad, they could blow us out, or it could be a close game. And not only that, I already told you what the points were. It was going to be in the 30s. I broke it down like, yo, it's not coincidence, bro. Like, I know this team. Like I said, if there's anything that you think, go before you say anything, really go into it and check it out, because I already did. I already looked into it big time. Why is this not going anymore? Now I'm laying on this. This bed is so damn comfortable, bro. Now I'm laying on this bed and I'm like, yo, I want to just knock out. Probably should knock out. What up, C-Can? Man, I think that Bad Dog Cop Pizzle thing is fake. They're both on it. I'm not buying it. I really don't care, man. They're both stupid. They both let me take that back. Let me take that back. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say this. Is it fake? I don't know. Do I personally think it's fake? No, I don't think it's fake, because I've seen this from a mile away. Like, I seen this from a mile away. Cop Pizzle has been poking at that bear for a minute. This is like Simus and D-Town. The only thing is, I think both of them think they know football. So the only difference between Simus, D-Town, and Bad Dog and Cop Pizzle is they both think they know football, or their team at least. So that's why it's now happening with D-Town and Simons. D-Town knows he don't know shit about football, so that's why D-Town never snapped back because of that. Hold on. But I've been seeing this. But I've been seeing this for a while. I've been seeing this like, I've been, huh? Thought I heard something. I've been seeing this for a while though. I look at that as Cop Pizzle's like me, bro. In a way, I do agree with Bad Dog as far as um, talking about loyalty and sticking with a guy because of loyalty. To a degree, I see what Bad Dog's talking about because I'm like that. I'm not like, oh, I don't care about loyalty. I want to win. Whatever player is best, I want to win. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with that, and I don't do that as far as Cop Pizzle. Like he's stuck on Eli Manning and all that stuff, and it's like obviously he's not good for the team, to a degree. But to a degree, I also believe in Cop Pizzle because it's not necessarily Eli Manning. It's just like who else are you gonna get? Like, I mean, there is nobody else there, so you got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm more on Cop Pizzle because of his fanhood. I'm more Cop Pizzle when it comes to fanhood. I'm more of Cop Pizzle. I watch the games. I come up with my own analysis. I see whatever it is. The real problem. I don't just go with the easy problem that the media is gonna obviously pick out because the stat says this, so that media picks that out. Like that's the problem, which is what Bad Dog does, and that's what Cop Pizzle was saying about Bad Dog. I hate that. Like I hate the stat. Obviously, there's a stat that jumps out on you, so that's obviously the problem. It's not nothing more detailed in about it. No, it's just that it's obvious. It's no, that's not how real football is, bro. There's a lot more that goes into it. Whether it's defense, offense, whatever. It's not just easy to just say black and white. Oh, it's this. Trade this person or get rid of this person or fire this person. It's not just that simple. And everything's fixed. It doesn't work like that. You gotta watch tape. Why isn't that system working? Is it the system? Is it the coaching? Is it the coaching the players? Is it the players themselves? Is it the system and the players? Is it the chemistry? Is it the locker room? Is it who you played against? Is it the matchups? Is it the weather? Is it it's so many. There's so many things, and people just they're too lazy to break shit down, and they're too lazy to actually find out what it is. Shout out to Mr. CDL. Too lazy to find out what the real problem is, that they just pick what the media is saying because the media is saying it also, and they run with that. And that's why I agree with Capizzo about what he talks about with Bad Dog. Bad Dog to me is a Giants fan, but he's a casual Giants fan, bro. Like he's not a diehard Giants fan. And I had this debate with not debate. It was a discussion with Jay. So let me change it. I'm not gonna say diehard. Bad Dog is a casual fan. He is not a fanatic. He's not a fanatic. He is a casual fan. He watches every Giants game. He even probably watches post interviews and stuff like that, and has his phone set that so it alerts him when anything Giants pops up and all that good stuff. But that's about it. Fanatic is gonna go watch the film again and again, and he's gonna say to himself, "This is the problem," and then he's gonna say, "Well, maybe this is the problem," and then he's gonna go, "You know what? Let me go see," and then watches the film again, see if that was the problem, and then you know what I'm saying? Like that's a fanatic. That's the type of shit I do. I've watched so much film where I know where my team's at now, so I don't have to watch that much film right now. Like the only time I've been wanting to watch film is to watch Vita Vea because I don't know nothing about Vita Vea, how he's been with us. I haven't been able to see watch him. That's the only reason why I need to watch film. I don't need to watch film for Gerald. I don't even need to watch film for Vinny or JPP, because I already know what they do. I already watched enough film on them last year when they were with their team, and I've seen enough games with them with this team that I already know how they are.
I could watch more film on the D line, like William Golston, to see if he's gotten better, which it feels like William Golston has gotten better. Carl Nassib, I haven't watched no film on him. I should watch some film on him. And the secondary, the offense, I don't need to watch no film on the offense. I know my offense inside and out. Like there's nothing about my offense. Like I could watch the game one time and I know the problem with the offense and everything. Like I already the who's messing up and all that. Like the offense is very easy. Um, but yeah, so if I watch any film now, it's really to watch the youngsters on the team, to be honest. And to be honest, I haven't had time to really even watch film because of my work schedule right now. When I get back to Vegas, my schedule probably still will be as hectic as this, but at least I'll be home and like right now I just don't feel like, getting that. Like I try to do other things while I'm here in Cali. Come on, man, that's inexcusable. What's going on? This dude's still on that. Who that Chubbs is RTP? Just in case you forgot, Falcons blew a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl. Don't forget. I will never forget who that. I will never forget. No one ever forgets. Eagles B says that EDP channel got terminated. Did I hear that it got terminated? We all have different perspectives on fanhood. There's all different opinion, but see, here's the thing. I hope you're still watching Who Dat. Everybody has it's not different perspectives, because I think everybody. I don't think nobody. I mean, I think there's a real small percentage of fans that like to lose. There's a real small percentage of fans that like to lose. But most fans, every fan wants to win. You know what I'm saying? Every fan wants the best for their team. Depending on how their fanhood is, determines on their perspective. You get what I'm saying? Because I just said the different levels of fans. You got fans that you got the real casual fans. I'm gonna break it all the way down. You got the fake fans that don't watch the games or anything. Like if they happen to be at a party and the game is on and it's just that team that they've always said that they like, they said that's their team. That's like me and USC. I'm like a real casual fan with USC. I don't really be like, oh, is USC playing today? I don't really be like that. It's just I'm not doing nothing. College games. I wonder if USC is playing, and then it depends on who they're playing. If USC is playing like a good school, I'll probably watch it. If they're not playing a good school, they're playing like a crappy team. I'm not even. Why? They're probably gonna blow them out. There's no point in watching it. I don't. But that's just college football altogether. But that's the type of fan I am with USC. Then you got casual fans. These are the fans that don't watch press conferences, none of that. Any news or any of that happens, they don't know about it. They don't watch it. They just whatever. Whenever the team's on, they watch the game and that's it. They see that. That's all they see. They turn it off. Boom, boom, boom. Then you got the fanatics. Not the fanatics. The diehards. We're gonna say that. I usually wouldn't call these fans diehard, but like I said, I got into a debate or a conversation with Jay, Miami Dolphins fan, and I'm switching my description of a diehard because of Jay. So we're gonna call these fans diehard fans. They love their team. They watch every game. They even watch post conferences after the game. They might every once in a while, or even ritually, put on sports radio on their in their car to hear about the team or whatever. But that's about it. They get all their information from the media. That's Mr. CDL. That's all the people, and those fans, all the Buck fans are usually those fans, and I can't hate them, man. It is what it is. But they're all usually those fans. And those are the fans that don't think that Jameis is good. Those are the fans that think Dirk Cutter should be fired. Those are the fans that think Quan Alexander is not good or deserves a contract. Those are the fans that, those are the diehard fans, right? Then you have the fanatics, people like me, okay? Obviously watch every time the Bucks are on. Watch the pregame the pre interview, the post interview. Watch the interviews after every practices. Try to watch for body language. Seeing who's hurt, who's not hurt. I really don't watch. I used to watch back in the days a lot of ESPN, but now it's like I don't. There's no need. Like ESPN doesn't say anything, or NFL Network doesn't say anything that I don't already know. So I really don't even watch that no more. Watches the game again, might watch the game again, breaks down film, you know what I'm saying? Breaks down positions, tries to watch what my players do compared to other players against other teams, against same teams. That's a fanatic. I get my ideas from me because I see what I see on tape and I watch it again to make sure I saw the right thing. Make sure I did what I did think it was right. I've been on here many times where I've come back and be like, you know what? D-line did a lot better than I thought. Or I've come up, you know what? The O-line did a lot better than I thought. Or, you know what? We ran the ball a lot better than I thought. Or we didn't really run the ball as good as I thought. Or I've came back and said, like, you know what? I thought this, but after watching it again, it wasn't true. I've done that many times on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Or not this channel, but the RTP channel. I've done that many times. And that's because I make sure and go watch what I want to go see. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go watch it. Go watch it again, make sure I'm right. But those are the different fans, and I think the different fanhood gives different perspectives. Because because I'm such a fanatic and I watched the game a few times, I know that this is the truth and not what the media is putting out. Not what you think is the truth because you watched the game one time and now everybody on the media and NFL Network, ESPN is saying this. So you're like, yeah, well, the stats say that our defense sucks. The stats saying that we get no pressure. The stats say this, so it must be this. You're wrong. You didn't watch the game, did you? We did get a lot of pressure. We did do this. We did do that. We lost because of this or because, you know what I'm saying? So because I go and I figure all that stuff out, I'm gonna have a different perspective, and I think that's how different fans have different perspectives. He was wiping his ass the other day with a towel on camera. Doesn't surprise me one bit. CDL William Golston has gotten better in what planet? I don't know if he has. I'm just saying there's times where it feels like it. You can't deny that. Like you can't deny that. If you don't think William Golston has had some bright spots, then you. And I'm not talking about like when he had bright spots because of the run stoppage. I'm talking about pass rush. I'm talking about pass rush. Every once in a while last year and years before that, he would have this breakout play where he just killed the line and stopped the run for a loss. He's done that a few times this year, pass rushing. And that's what I mean. Like, it feels like he's gotten a little bit better. And again, if you haven't noticed that, you don't watch the Bucks close enough. Eagle Speed, will Dirk Cutter be fired after this year? I don't know. Like I said earlier, Eagle Speed, before the season started, I said it don't matter. If we don't make the playoffs, he's fired. But the main reason why I said that was because I didn't think he would fire Mike Smith. Dirk Cutter fired Mike Smith. He might have bought him another year. He might have bought him another year. I will not. I'll say this. He has a chance. If the defense gets better, he has a chance to. And I'm talking about a little bit better. If the defense gets a little bit better, he has a chance to save himself one more year. If the defense gets like a lot better, and I'm not talking about a whole lot better. I'm just talking about if the defense gets better, then we're probably going to be winning a lot more games, which means we're going to get in the playoffs, which means he's going to save his job. So, he probably get canned Monday if Mayfield lights them up. No, that's not happening. I think your fanhood depends on how much time you put into your team. Exactly. Facts. Who dat, Chubbs? For me, I watch every press conference, read articles, watch film breakdown, and I go to every game when they're in the D.C. Baltimore area. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So you're gonna have a different perspective than someone that just watches the game every Sunday. Because they saw it once and they see this. You watch game breakdown, you're going to be like, yo, so-and-so was getting toasted a lot. Yo, so-and-so, I notice now every time third down, they always go at so-and-so. This guy is the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, you notice things like that. Yo, our D-line on third down is not getting to the so-and-so or blah, blah, blah. Or, you notice a lot more when you watch when you break film down, bro. You just watch, you notice a lot more. It gives you a different perspective. Then you go from our secondary is trash to really our secondary is not really trash. At least what I'm seeing, our secondary is not trash. What I'm seeing is this nigga's getting picked on. And the way that they hide it is they don't go to him until, which I've noticed this has happened to my team with Ryan Smith. They don't go after Ryan Smith until they need that third down conversion. Then they'll go to Ryan Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like, you notice things like that, but people don't notice stuff like that. What they'll notice is they'll notice someone going to Vernon Hargreaves and Vernon Hargreaves stopping a 2-3 yard play and another 2-3 yard play. And then all of a sudden, they threw a long bomb to Ryan Smith. And then it's like Vernon Hargreaves is part of the secondary that's bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what regular fans see. Who Dat Chubb says you can't base fanhood around watching film. It's not about watching film. It's about, that's part of your fanhood. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell him that because he'll label you as a hardcore, not a fanatic. Watching film is very time consuming. With college and work, it's hard to find time to watch film, but I will watch film breakdowns though. Yeah, exactly. I know as much, or maybe all your game film sessions. I don't have game film Wednesday injury report. Hold on. We got a Wednesday injury report. Let's see what this look like. Well, the injury report is not pretty. Injury report is not pretty. We got Vinny Curry did not participate in practice. We got Carlton Davis was limited. He's having issues with his back. That's not freaking good. And then Gerald McCoy. There was like some other people, but who cares? Those three are very crucial. One of them Vinny Curry or Gerald McCoy can be out, but not both of them. We can't afford to have both of those guys out. And we need Carlton Davis back. Eagle Speed says Quan Alexander single-handedly, where was it? Fucked up our offense. Bucks fans say he's bad. LOL. I'm telling you, but you watched one game. We watched every game. Take my word for it. Quan is the most overrated player on our team. He flat out sucks. This is what I deal with, Eagle Speed. This is what I deal with. Actually, it's what I used to deal with. I really don't deal with it no more. Now I just let people. Not only does MRCDL have other Tampa Bay fans looking at him and laughing at him, now he has opposing fans from other teams looking at you like you're stupid. It is what it is. Like I said, you say dumb things, bro. You just say dumb things. It is what it is. When it is. Oh, did it finally? It finally downloaded. Nice. I'm not saying you can't have an opinion. I'm just saying you look dumb. That's why do people say that? Oh, I can't have an opinion. I didn't say you couldn't have an opinion. I'm just saying your opinion is making you look stupid. That's all I'm saying. A lot of Eagle fans was hyped off of the damn Super Bowl. That's why. A lot of Eagles fans took that Super Bowl as in we're the best team in the NFL. Like, nah, you was not the best team last year in the NFL. You were the best team executing last year. You didn't have the best roster. You know what I'm saying? You definitely had injured players. You were just the best team that was executing and had an offense that wasn't being stopped. You were executing the best last year. You didn't have the best team. You still had weaknesses. And now this year, now that a lot of teams are catching up to what you guys are doing, those weaknesses are looking bigger because you have to execute better now, and you're not able to execute better, whether it's because of your quarterback play or whether because teams are just seeing a lot of things that you guys are doing and they're starting to slow it down. His rating by professional analysts makes your theories look dumb too. His rating by those are not analysts, bro. Those are not analysts. Those are fucking number jockeys. I don't go by that. I'm just saying the rating for him actually backs up his play on Sunday. He makes no plays. Chemistry was why we were good last year. Always lost out there and can't sniff a passing play. Worst instincts ever. I don't, like I said, man, it's because of one game, I guess. I don't know. It is what it is, bro. I want to play a game of damn stuff. Let me see who's on here. Who's on my PlayStation? Oh, man, she wants to hit me up. Hell, nobody be on this PlayStation, bro. Levante's better. Yeah, I mean he's definitely. But see, I like how you do that. I like how you do that though. I like how you like always pick the best. Like nigga, we can't have the best everything, bro. You can't. You gotta stop that. You can't have the best everything. Like you can't. We can't have the best everything, bro. Just because we don't have the best doesn't mean that they suck. That's why you gotta stop that. I think that's your problem. You think if he's not the best, oh he sucks. Like there's not that many better linebackers than Chicago middle linebacker. Stop, bro. Stop. Anyways, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, hold on. I gotta text somebody back. Hold on, real quick with it. I'm gonna get 10. Shit, I should put this phone down, let it charge for an hour, so I got some charge. That'll be 2. And then, all right, peoples. Well, I guess no one had really much to say about the Mike Smith. Like I said, I just wanted to talk. See, I just wanted to hear like any opinions. You're on cop side in the Cop Pizzle Bad Dog beef. No, I can't say that. I say I'm more Cop Pizzle's fanhood than Bad Dog, but I can't say. And as far as the beef, I can't really pick a side because really Bad Dog does have more of a point as far as what's best for his team. Has Bad Dog has been the better fan as far as what's best for his team, but Cop Pizzle has been the better fan as far as how to act, and like they're both good for the fan base. They're both good for the Giants fan base, but Cop Pizzle knows how to act like a true fan for the players, and Bad Dog knows how to be realistic, but the way he delivers it is kind of like it's kind of bandwagonish. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of bandwagonish. Like the way his fanhood is like, man, you're like Two-Face. Like you talk shit about your own team. Like you, it's okay to be realistic, but don't throw your team under the bus. Like, that's your team. Why are you throwing your own team under the bus? Like, it's okay for me to be like, yo, our defense is trash. We got to get better. We got to do this. We got to do that. Don't just, that's what I don't like. I don't like fans that say that they're bad but don't give a solution. That's what I don't like. If you're going to say that this is bad, tell me why it's bad. I've said this many times on my channel. Tell me why it's bad. If you're going to say that if Kwon Alexander sucks, bring it. Tell me why Kwon Alexander sucks. And I better not be able to say, what are you talking about this, about this, about that, about that. You know what I'm saying? Saying Kwon Alexander sucks because of why? One game? No, but he was sucking last year too. Well, how did he suck last year if he made the Pro Bowl last year? That don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say shit like that. You can't say somebody sucks and then you look stupid. Like, then some Eagle fan comes in and says Kwon single-handedly destroyed, messed up our offense. Like, you can't do that. Like, it don't make sense. And that's what I don't like. Bad Dog's not fully like that, but he does that. He has that same type of situation. Eli Manning sucks. Why does he suck, and how could we make it better? If we can do this, we could be better. Don't just, we suck, and drop the mic and leave it like that. Like, that's not fanhood, bro. Like, in my opinion, like, don't do that. If you're around other fans in real life, it's okay to do that. Internet, I don't like to do that because, one, players will see this shit. Believe it or not, players watch these YouTube. I've said this many times. I've proven it many times. And I've said this many times. Players watch YouTube shit. So when it's on the internet, you have to stay positive. Don't say we suck. Drop the mic, no explanation. Explain. How can you make it better? All that stuff. When you're, in a garage with a whole bunch of other Giant fans or even other fans, period, whatever. Go ahead. Oh, we suck. We need to do this better. We suck, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead. That's fine. But if you're on the internet and you're representing your team, you should not be talking bad about your team and just leaving it like that. Talk bad about your team. Keep it real if that's what you want to call it. How can we get better? You know what I'm saying? Try to put some positives in there. Because, one, the players will see this. And if you're a true fan, you don't want to bring your players down. If you're a true fan of your team, you don't want to bring your players down. And number two, you don't want other fan bases to take any ammo against you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to give no other fan base ammo against your team, because then you look stupid when you try to say this and they go, oh, but your team sucks. And then you try to defend it and it's like, wait a minute, you were talking shit about it a couple weeks ago. Now you're trying to defend it. Like, that's my thing with Simons. That's why I think Simons looks stupid a lot of times, because he's always talking shit about his team, and then as soon as his team wins, ha ha ha, Cowboys, how about them boys, and da 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 da, and this is the doomsday, and blah 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 blah. And then as soon as his team does bad, we are garbage. I can't wait to get rid of this, and da 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 da. We are so trash, da 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 da. This and this and that. And then the next hate week, I don't even care. We probably going to lose this game too. I don't even care if we're going to win. I'm not even going to make a hate week. I'm not even going to make a crow. I'm not going to make a crow or a victory lap. And then they win. Oh, you damn right I'm going to make a victory lap. We deserve this. Like, it's fake. That's fakeness, bro. It's fakeness. I don't like that shit. It's like, you don't got, like, there is no fanhood. You don't have that doesn't seem like a fanhood to me. That just seems like someone that doesn't want to look wrong to other people. Like, I don't know, man. Anyways, that's my breakdown of it. So I think they're both right. I just think Bad Dog is right, but I think Bad Dog needs to take a page from Cop Piz on how to be a fan on the internet. I think that's the best way I could say it. Bad Dog is probably right about the team, but he needs to take a page out of Cop Pizzle. You know what? I'm about to let y'all go. I'm about to put this on my RTP just so they can see that. Shaman RTP, Skull Gang in the building, man. Deuce. I'll see you guys later.